You're listening to the Public Health Entrepreneurs Podcast with your host, Dr. Charlotte Huntley. Consistent marketing does not require you to become someone you're not. Showing up authentically is a strategy. Welcome to Public Health Entrepreneurs. I'm Dr. Charlotte Huntley, and this podcast is for anyone building a business that improves health at the population level. I'm here to help you with entrepreneurial strategies that drive impact. On this episode, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 marketing strategies to help you with your business. Let's dive in. Number 1, get clear on your audience before you pick a platform. Now, before you show up on any social media, you need to know where you're trying to, let's back it up. You need to know who you're trying to attract and why. Let's start there. Where does your ideal client actually spend time? That's an important question to answer, and only you can answer that. Not every entrepreneur needs to be on social media at the beginning, and some may not need to be there at all. Your marketing decisions should follow your audience, not trends. That's a huge golden nugget I'm dropping with you right here and there, right here, right now. Let me give you an example. I know a consultant who assumed she needed to be on Instagram, and she assumed she needed an Instagram presence because everyone kept telling her that she needed to. Everyone kept talking about it. When she got clear on her ideal client, she realized that her ideal clients were all on LinkedIn. She abandoned Instagram entirely and focused her energy where it actually mattered. Now, that is something that when you first get started, people see what other people are doing and they try to be on all the places. I did that when I first started. I followed what I saw other people doing until we started down the road investing time to figure out, well, what's going on here? What do we need to be doing? And making all sorts of adjustments. But I think that that's a really, regardless of where you are, if you're just getting started, that's a huge, you're getting a big gold nugget because it's saving you some time right up front. If you've already gotten started, you're hearing this going, wait a minute, especially if you're spending a lot of time on all these platforms, figure out where your clients are. What is the return? Where are you actually attracting your clients from? And then, manage that time more effectively. Number 2, talk about what you know, not what you think you should say. So many entrepreneurs default, they'll go to sharing generic health information because it feels safe. And I get it. There's so much to be said about putting your own opinion out there, and the world around health can feel like, okay, I'm not going to get myself into any attacks on social media. So you kind of play safe. I encourage you not to do that. Your audience is not coming to you for information they can find anywhere. They're coming to you for your perspective and your expertise, your experience. So I'll give you another example. I know a health educator that kept posting general wellness tips until a mentor encouraged her to share her experience navigating a very difficult client management or client engagement. That single post, she did that in a post, that single post generated more responses than she had gotten in 6 months of general content. So keep that in mind. People are following you and they're engaged with you, and it's because of your perspective, what you bring. So they really want to hear your thoughts, your expertise, your perspective, your point of view. Don't be afraid to share that. Don't shy away from that. Okay, and strategy number 3, marketing is just communication. Treat it that way. When marketing feels performative, it really creates a barrier. You're creating that barrier that doesn't need to be there. So when you approach it as a conversation with people that you want to serve, it becomes sustainable. And you hear me say conversations often. I really embrace that, these conversations. Although, I'm talking right now nonstop to you, you're listening to me. I imagine you're sitting at the table across from me and we are having this conversation because that helps me to reach you and to help, hopefully you feel that connection and that authenticity coming from me. I don't know why that word's hard for me to say today, but a conversation. So people connect with people, and oftentimes that personal touch gets lost. So approaching, if you feel like you have to do what you see other people doing, you're not being true to yourself and it's performative. But if you feel like you're having a conversation, you're connecting with people, then that's much more genuine. And it's very natural. It should flow very naturally for you and feel much easier, much lighter. It also is much more sustainable. So when you approach it as a conversation with the people that you want to serve, it's sustainable. That's a sustainable strategy and approach. So I have another example. I have a friend, a fellow entrepreneur, who reframed her LinkedIn posts as if they were just chatting with they reframed it as if they were just chatting with a colleague over coffee. And that made it feel much more natural for them. And her tone became more natural. She posted much more frequently and her audience grew. It was because it was just easier for her. I've done taken that same approach on LinkedIn over the years. It shows up a little differently. Sometimes it's how I write a post, and I do that now. When LinkedIn first initiated video, I embraced that. Not saying that I love being on video. That's not something that I can say that I was like really naturally drawn to. It's just that it was an opportunity for people to connect with me very differently because I've been podcasting back in the old days was just audio without video. So that early adoption of video on LinkedIn helped me to become a little bit more comfortable with using that platform. But what I noticed is people really connected with me on a much deeper level because I took that approach, and it became something people say now. It's like, oh, you're good at that. I think it's easier because it feels more natural. I feel like I'm having a conversation. So just sharing all of that with you to encourage you to, maybe it's stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit at the beginning, but you will connect with who you're meant to connect with from that authentic, genuine approach. That's really the basis. And, marketing is communication. So however, if you can treat it that way, it moves you a lot further along, a lot faster, and a lot easier. So remember, consistent marketing does not require you to become someone that you're not. Showing up authentically is a real and excellent marketing strategy. If you need help with these strategies, then I encourage you to reach out to us through our website, publichealthentrepreneurs.com. We'll follow up and have a conversation about how we may be able to help you with these strategies. Also, make sure that you subscribe to our newsletter, Public Health Entrepreneurs Podcast Newsletter, so that you receive updates about our podcast, about any programs or events that we have coming up. All right, everyone. Until next time, have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for listening. Visit publichealthentrepreneurs.com to learn more.